to another edition of Talk the Talk, Rio Grande Valley Stars, the third season. I'm your host, Alex Arabia, along with my co-host, Isaac Medina.
What's going on?
And today we have Enrique Alvarez with us as our guest. He is a professional boxer, also known as Quique, also known as El Tornado in the boxing field. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you guys for inviting me here. Yeah, thank you for saying yes and being here. It's really exciting to have. I love having interviewing the athletes, so it's really exciting to have you here and boxer.
Tell us about your background, maybe like what city you're from, how old you are, anything you want to share about your background.
Well, my full name is Enrique Alvarez Jr. I'm from San Juan, Texas. I was born in McAllen, Texas. I'm a professional boxer.
For how long have you done this?
I started boxing when I was 8 years old. To me, at first it was just a hobby. I didn't take it serious. My dad and mom would work when I was in elementary, so after school they had nowhere to take me. It was either the Boys and Girls Club or go to a soccer team. But one of my dad's friends, Roberto Rovaldino, I told him, you know what, you can bring your son over here after school. So he would take me, and I would go, and I just started training. I started training, seeing everybody train. Sometimes I wouldn't even train. I would just stay there, like kind of like a daycare. But after a while,
very fun daycare.
After a while, I just started seeing everybody, and I just started getting myself motivated little by little, and just started hitting the bag, and then I started sparring. When I was like maybe 6 months later, I started sparring other little kids, and I had my first fight as an amateur in Reynosa. It was very scary.
How old were you at the time?
9 years old.
9 years old.
Wow.
I was 9 years old.
I'd be scared too.
Yeah.
And in Mexico,
we'd be scared at our age.
Yeah.
No, and in Mexico, they're not careful. They're not like you in the United States where they check your age, they check how much experience you have before they match up with somebody else. In Mexico, it was just like, you all look the same, we'll fight you.
Let's know some regulations.
So I remember my first fight, I was in Reynosa, I was 9 years old. The guy that matched me, they're like, you know what, you're gonna fight him. So I said yes. I mean, I was like, oh okay. But after the fight, I lost. I remember I lost, and we ended up knowing that the guy was 12 years old. He was 12 years old, and when you're young, that's a big difference.
Yes.
We were the same size, but he was 12, and I mean, he was physically stronger. And
so what did you learn from that lesson?
To not fight in
Don't fight in Reynosa.
Fight in the US.
See, no, well, yeah, it was hard. Something I learned that night was that it wasn't easy. The punches hurt, and I took it, I was more careful the next time. I was more, I was telling my dad, hey, like, make sure the other guys are the same age or something. You better be for another 15-year-old when I'm only 9 or 10. Because something you couldn't even tell how old it was.
Did you go back to Reynosa or Mexico to fight?
I ended up fighting one more time after that in Reynosa. I won actually the following one.
There you go.
And from there, we just never fought after that in Reynosa. I just started training. I never fought after that until I turned 13 years old, where I had my first amateur fight here in the United States in Bronzeville. And until then, I started fighting amateur all the way till I was 17. And I did my first pro fight when I was 17.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
25. And how many wins, how many losses in your record?
As an amateur, I did 40 fights. I lost about 6 of them, I think. I need to go back and look at the booklet where it's all
a lot of victories.
That's
still
a lot of fights.
And as a professional, right now I got 8 professional fights, and I haven't lost right now. So
congratulations
until now.
So 8-0 professional. Wow, that's exciting.
Do you know when you're gonna fight next? An upcoming fight this year or next year?
For sure, we want it this year. Right now, we're just maintaining, being physically active, being ready, and training. Sometimes it's somewhat hard because of work, but everything's possible. If you like it, it's possible. So right now we're just preparing for anything, just waiting for that call.
So right now you're working and you're boxing at the same time. Boxing is not something you do 100% of your time?
No, I wish, but no, for now, I'm working as a correctional officer.
Okay.
At the Texas Department of Criminal Justice there in the William J. McConnell unit in Beeville, Texas.
Awesome.
Wow. So you have a lot of things going on. Great.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We've interviewed a few professional boxers in our show before, like Panterita and Brandon. Who else?
Also Carlos Diego, he's an MMA fighter,
Yeah.
boxing background.
Gino de la Paz, Dimas de Leon. Who are your role models, either here locally and nationally, when it comes to boxing? People you look up to?
When it comes to boxing, people I look up to is Julio Cesar Chavez. He's always been my #1 idol of all times. The way he fights, real relentless, going forward, smartly, moving his head. It's just something that I admire. I watch his fights almost I'm not gonna say every day, but every now and then, I watch a whole fight of his.
And his son is following in his footsteps, right? Trying to.
Chavez Jr.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I don't know too much about that. But I don't really see. I've seen him fight, but I'm focused on that's really good.
And here locally, do you admire like the Figueroas, Brandon and Panterita, or who do you look up to?
Because boxing is so big down here that
Yeah.
we've got WBC champions. How do you use the guys here locally to help influence you or coach you? Do you do that at all? Or?
Yes, like locally, I would say I look up to fighters that have already been, that have fought 4 rounds, that been up there, fought for world championships, like you said, Omar Figueroa, Raúl El Tigre Cáceres, Roberto La Amenaza Garcia. Those guys have been on the top. I want to be also up there, where not if I can, be better, it'll be, but that's everybody's dream. It's everybody's dream in the valley to be known, to do something in the sport of boxing, to be a world champion.
Yes.
And
Do you talk to them at all?
I,
Out of curiosity?
out of the three that I mentioned, the one I talk to the most is El Tigre Cáceres. I have a good relationship with him. I've known him since I was 13 when I started training in Edinburgh. That's where I met him. And once I was fully grown, like matured, my body, that's when we started sparring, and it was just a great experience sparring. He's a beast. He just goes forward, just throwing punches, and he's really good.
We saw him recently at a film festival, and he's going to be in our show soon.
Oh,
for
great.
an interview as well. And now he has like his own boxing gym.
I've been there. Yeah, it's really nice.
He's inspiring he's inspiring the youth to kind of follow in his footsteps. That's awesome. Is that something you want to do yourself in the future? Have a gym?
In the future, that's what I want to do. I used to have one. I used to have my own little gym, but at the time it was hard to keep it because I was going to school, I was working, I was training, I was fighting, and then now to train with the young people, it was just too much for me. So that lasted about a year, and we got rid of it after that.
Are you the only one in your family who's into boxing, or do you have brothers, cousins, other people into it?
I have an uncle in Matamoros who had a few amateur fights. His name is Fernando Alvarez, but that's about it. After that, it was just me.
So tell us some of the obstacles you've encountered throughout your career, and also some of your biggest achievements.
Some obstacles, I would say, probably the hardest part of a boxer is the weight. The weight,
It's cutting weight.
it's cutting the weight. In better word, it sucks. It sucks. It's eating healthy, and dropping weight, and sparring. It just takes a lot away from you. And one has to do it the right way. If not, this sport is really dangerous. So one has to eat healthy, sleep right, and all the discipline that involves boxing. Boxing is a really jealous sport. It takes everything away from you. So take everything away from you. You know, it doesn't want you to go out. It doesn't want you to eat junk food. It just wants you, you know. So
Requires a lot of sacrifice, discipline, dedication.
also, I had another obstacle. I always had a injury in my knee about 4 or 5 years ago that disturbed me, and that's why I stopped fighting for about 3 or 4 years. I was like, nah, boxing is what I'm just gonna stop doing it. So I stopped boxing. But after that, after hearing my friends tell me I would see them, hey, what's your next fight? What's your next fight? And like, I don't know, nah, I'm not fighting anymore. But it was a constant thing where every day, wherever I go, hey, what's your next fight? What's your next fight? It just started motivating me. And I decided to go check my knee out. And I had surgery in this last October. I had surgery in my knee. I had a torn meniscus. And I was like, I mean, after surgery, I thought that mentally I was gonna be like, you know what? I had surgery. I'm not gonna be 100%. Even though I mean, I'm gonna probably feel good, but I know mentally, I already know I got surgery, so I'm not gonna be okay. But the surgery did me really well. I started training right after surgery. A month later, I was good. I started training, and I had my next fight this past February.
All right.
My last fight, and I felt great. Until then, my knee's perfect.
Yeah, he's perfect. So I had the same thing. Torn meniscus.
Oh, okay.
I had the arthroscopy. They cleaned it out.
Yeah, it was the same thing. They cleaned it out. It was the same thing.
Yes. So you're back to 100%.
1,000.
Yeah, 100% good.
Has your family supported you along the way? I know it's a dangerous sport. Your mom, your siblings, dad. How have they taken this you being into this profession?
My parents have always supported me in everything I do. Even if it was in boxing, whether it was school, whether it was boxing, when I had my gym, anything I did, they're there. If I wanted to play soccer, I wanted to play tennis, I wanted to be an astronaut or whatever I wanted to do, they're all going to be there. And that's something that I'm really appreciative of.
You want to say hi to your parents or their names?
They'll watch it later. Enrique Alvarez.
And it's nice to have that supportive system, right? In the family, it's essential and vital for success and happiness. So very good. And your brother is here today.
My brother, exactly.
Do you have other siblings?
It's just him and my younger brother.
Did you ever fight with your brother?
He's my younger brother. I'm sorry.
He's your younger brother.
I have 2 younger brothers, yeah, but the other one's like, how old is he? 10 years old? He just turned 10 years old. 11.
Do you guys fight? Not physically.
He's your sparring partner?
No, he used to box too. We actually had one amateur fight, and he makes fun of me because he had one amateur fight he won, and then after that he never fought again. And he tells me, you know what, I never lost.
There you go, undefeated.
I returned undefeated. So yeah. And about the fighting part, yeah, we used to, but it's always in a good way. It's always in a good way until now. We're at the beach or we're at a room and hey, you want to wrestle? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, but even until now, we'll wrestle. We've always had a good relationship.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
So what kind of advice would you give to those the youth who are interested in following your footsteps?
Just stay positive. Always have a clear mind and just train hard. Be very disciplined. That's a very important factor. And just keep training. That's basically the main part in boxing. You gotta be 1,000% because if not, it's a really dangerous sport and you can get hurt. I don't know if you all heard about those 2 boxers that recently passed away in the fight.
No. Tell us about it.
Yeah.
I don't know much about. I didn't really pay attention to their names or anything, but
Here in the U.S.
I think it was in the U.S., but I don't remember where it was at. It was just it was a Russian guy, I think, and an Argentinian guy. I don't know their names. I would have to.
Yeah.
I don't really remember their names, but it was recently, maybe in the past 2-3 weeks.
So they passed away after the fight?
Yeah, they had injuries in the head, and and after that, like a day or 2 days later, they passed away.
Wow. So they fought each other? Is that what happened? Or
No,
two
it's two separate fights. But,
wow. So you gotta be careful. It's a dangerous sport.
It's really, and it's not the first time it happens, and it won't be the last time. So that's where one has to be very careful with the sport.
And the mental preparation is very important as well, right? Aside from the physical exercising and being healthy.
It's more important than mental health. You have to be there, focused, and like I said, the discipline is what helps the mind. Eating right. If you don't sleep right, to start off, you're not gonna mentally, you're not gonna be there. If you're over here doing other things that you're not supposed to, that you're only hurting yourself. So that's why discipline is the most important factor.
As far as the intense training, is it like a month before that it's real intense, or how long before the fight?
About 6 weeks, more or less about 6 weeks. That's the average. To me, that's the average. I don't know. Every box is different. But
So do you have to maintain your weight? So what's your walking weight and what's your fighting weight?
I don't want to say that again. No. I walk around 160, 164, 165. Probably the heaviest, and I fight at 147.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
But those 3-4 years that I didn't fight, that I told you earlier, because of my knee, I did go up to like 185, I think. But that was probably the worst thing I did.
We'll show pictures for I'm kidding. Where do you see yourself in the future? In 5 years, in 10 years? What are your future goals?
My future goals, I just want to keep fighting and just at my job, just keep advancing in anything I do. I can't tell what's going to happen in the future, so for now, just take it a day at a time and just live life.
Any closing remarks that you'd like to share with us or the viewers?
I want to thank you guys, for inviting me. I know Alex here has been inviting me for the past, I don't know, months.
Yeah.
But it's been hard when he tells me, hey, I'm available today. I can't. I'm doing something. I'm out of town or I'm somewhere.
But we finally.
Yeah, but we finally made it today. And I want to do a quick shout out to my a coworker of mine, a friend of mine who was seriously brutally injured in the line of duty at work. He was beaten down by an inmate there at work, and to me he's a real champ. Even after that assault, he's recovering. This happened about 2-3 days ago, and he right now he's, how can I say it? It hurt to me seeing him the way I saw him, and when I saw him that time. That's all I can think of right now. But after seeing his progress, how he's been recovering, he's going to be 1,000% again. And that's something that I just want to make a quick shout out. I know he's going to see this soon. He's going to see this soon. And Eric Cavazos, you're the champ, man.
Eric, wish you a speedy recovery.
Yes, wish you the best. Thank you very much.
Thank
And we also
you.
wish you the best in your
Thank you
career.
so much. It's been a pleasure and honor to have you here.
So Alex Arabia, Isaac Medina, this was Top to Top, Rio Grande Valley Stars, the 3rd edition. Until next time.
See you.